Karen Abercrombie. How you doing, Miss Karen?
Hey. I am blessed beyond measure, grateful to be here with you.
Good. So we were just talking, you saying it's pretty nice there where you're at today, huh?
Weather's gorgeous.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Weather's gorgeous here.
Sun shining, mild.
It's beautiful here. And so your law talk that you did today, your storytelling, it was just super powerful. It was amazing.
Thank you.
And how you were able to connect your story to the Shunammite woman in the Bible.
Yes.
I mean, I watched it, I don't know how many times, and I was just like, wow, it was amazing. You know, you are definitely one of the greatest actors to grace this earth, actress.
Oh, you're beautiful, girl. Thank you.
Yeah. So can you tell me what was the full inspiration behind that? So I know that your story, it connects with that. But where did you get like this courage to share that?
Oh, the Shunammite woman?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I love telling stories. There was a woman in my neighborhood where I grew up. Her name was Miss Daisy, and she would tell us stories. See, that's when the village was a village.
Mm-hmm.
We've all separated now, but what we need is for us all to come together, because we don't realize each and every one of us has something, a special ingredient to give the other person. That is why there are more than one person, one individual on this planet, because we're here to give to others, to share some wisdom, love, knowledge, nutrition that will help us all grow and be healthy. And then we can take what we have and then we can pour it into somebody else.
Right.
There was this lady named Miss Daisy. Girl, she could tell stories that would chill you to the bone. They were scary stories, but she was a master at it. And in that same time that she would be chilling us with her scary stories, she would also give us leftover bacon or biscuits from her morning breakfast. You know, because a lot of us, some of us didn't have fathers. I had a father and a mother, but my mother was an alcoholic and a drug addict, and my dad was probably still working at the mill and gone for most of the day. But see, like I said, at that time, the village was the village. But she could tell a story, and the artistry and the craft mastery that she had, and the love that she shared. Sharing.
And that's what I felt when I heard you share.
Yeah, but it was it. Well, that all comes from Miss Daisy.
Yes, that's exactly what I felt.
She's been gone for a long time, but that she imparted into me. And I love storytelling. I act and I do other things, but just to that up close personal storytelling in a small group, girl, I love to do it because
we felt it. We definitely feel the love. You know, it's funny because the other day I was talking to one of my friends, and we were talking about the Bible, like, you know, when do we actually get into actually reading it? And you know, because sometimes we struggle with actually reading the Bible. You know, it's too much or it doesn't relate. But you know what I like? How you were able to tell that story for individuals who may be turned off from actually picking up the book. I mean, you were just a walking vessel for someone to actually like comprehend and learn and be able to absorb that.
Well, thank you. I love to do it. And again, I say, I thank Miss Daisy for it.
Yes,
you know,
thank you,
Miss Daisy. Yeah, thank you, Miss Daisy.
Yes, that was.
You know, it's so interesting because sometimes we think we don't have something to give to someone when everything we have is to be poured out. And when we pour it out, then the Creator, the Source, God, gives us more to pour out. Everything we have, it's not for us. What are we going to do with it? It's to pour out, to make this world a better place, to make it a healthier place, to pour that nutrition, that love, that wisdom, that discernment out into this world. It does us no good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless we
And
pour it out. And then when we
right,
pour it out, he fills us up the more
that is
to
true.
pour out.
That is true.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, you said that you it took about 7 years. 7 years for you to get that promise.
Oh,
And you were
yeah.
speaking about motherhood.
Oh,
What
baby.
what made you not give up?
It was very interesting, sweetie, because I was the second born in my house, but I've got 4 other siblings. And so I became the mother figure. So I was like, at one point, I was like, I'll never have any kids. I don't want any kids. Da, 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 da. But my service to my siblings ended up sparking some interesting creativity in the serving. And so even when I was like 18 and my other siblings, the younger ones, they were off and on their own. I'd be going somewhere to party. This before I rededicated my life back to the Lord. I'd be going somewhere to party. Somebody would knock on my house, on my door, ask my mom. They say, Miss Audrey, can Karen come out and play? Because I would spend time with them, but it's only because I learned to love spending time with the younger kids, even when I thought I was suffering, having to be the mother to my siblings. So that also fed into my ability to weave a story, or take a story and tell a story, and be really serious. And I would always filter to make sure it was a story that had morals, or that it would uplift the hearer. So, and I say this to you, my daughters and my sisters who may be listening, whatever it is you're going through, there is a lesson for you to learn and for you to teach. Because who better to teach someone about a broken heart better than someone who's had a broken heart? Who better to teach someone about drug addiction than someone who has made it through drug addiction? Who better to teach someone about how to get through a divorce than someone who has been through a divorce? No matter how hard and rough the journey may be, there is a jewel at the end of it. It takes pressure to build a diamond. A diamond is nothing but coal. But it's pressure over time that turns coal into a diamond. And oh, how expensive diamonds are. Not only because man sees them as expensive, because yes, they are beautiful, but there's some stuff that went into making that diamond, baby.
Yeah.
Some tears, some pressure, discomfort, having to cling on to faith, losing faith sometimes, and all of that. But a whole lot has gone into that. So it is the same for all of us.
You see how you explain that? Like for somebody that's going through, it just makes it a little bit more calmer to just weather that storm.
Yeah. Whatever you go through, nothing is wasted. Whatever the adversary means to take you down, God has brought you through. There's a testimony. There's a testimony, and you don't even realize that you've been strengthened for the next battle. Because you can't teach about battle, or you can't go to the next battle until you've been girded and strengthened for the next level.
Say that again, Miss Karen.
Saying that every battle you go through and come through, you are stronger. And that has given you ability to go to the next level, to fight a deeper, harder battle.
Yeah.
Because it will come, because there will always be the next one, the next place, the next battle, the next fight. So as you look back and think about how he has brought you through that last thing that you were like, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? I can't do this. I'm not going to make it. I'm just going to crumble. I just can't do it. And then before you know it, you're on the other side and you have done it. Well, that not only makes you stronger, but it makes you a teacher. So you reach back and you teach someone who is going through what you went through, and you give them your testimony. See, the adversary would love for you to try to keep your testimony no matter what it is about. Secret. It's secrets in the dark places. But when you give that testimony, no matter what it is, freedom from drugs, freedom from prostitution, freedom from abortion, freedom from theft, freedom from molestation, freedom from whatever it is, when you let that out in the daylight, baby, it is out. It is truth. The truth will always set you free, and then you can move on from that place. Stronger, wiser, better, and a teacher and a master of what you've been through, what he has brought you through. And girl, by the way, you're gorgeous.
Thank you, Miss Karen. I appreciate that.
And I have to say, I'm so proud of you when you told me, Miss Karen, I'm getting back to you, but I've been out canvassing. I'm a little exhausted. I didn't mean to be a few minutes late. Girl, when you told me you were canvassing, Miss Karen, a girl might.
I'm glad that it was able to do something. Don't do it now. Don't do it, Miss Karen.
You are our hope. You are our future. And you canvas, baby, and you go out there and you stand up for what is right, because it is the right thing to do. Right is right all the time. And girl, when you told me you were out there canvassing, girl, the day will come when I'm gonna be hugging around your neck, okay?
Oh yeah. I mean, this virtual sit down, this is just only for the time being. This is only for the time being, but we are definitely going to make sure that we connect physically. And I'm so grateful that you have taken the time to be able to share with us your gifts and your talents.
Well, thank you.
And you know, I was really led to reach out to you because when I first seen you was in the movie War Room. And so that was a very, very impactful film. And it really moved me in a different direction. You know, I came home and I was like, okay, let me get my war room together. Let me start writing my prayers down. You know, let me make sure I have this for my family. Okay, for my this, for my that, for my that. And so for me, 5 years later, you know, and trusting God's plan, that really, it's just in a full circle moment for me. So I said, you know, we have to get Miss Karen on here. We have to talk. We got to talk. You were very inspirational.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So and speaking of the movies, the roles that you play, you're very particular about the roles that you play. Yeah. Why is that?
Because I have to be responsible with what I've been given. Because every time I step on a stage or in front of a camera, it is worship. It is a gift that has been given to me. And I owe you something. And my owing you and your children and my grandchildren to come. And Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King and all those people that have come before me, I owe. And I gladly give back. And it is to leave a message of hope and something you don't have to be ashamed of. There's enough of that in this society trying to take you down 24/7 because you are a masterpiece, because you are the chosen ones. And so there's always some arrows, fiery arrows shot in your direction. But Eve, you know the history of Eve. They found the first Eve in Africa, Mother Eve. And we owe a responsibility to those that have come before us, and first and foremost to the Creator, who chose to call us into existence, and he's equipped us with some bad stuff, baby. But we have to step up and step into our shoes, Cinderella. We have to stop trying to fit into Beyonce's shoes or somebody else's shoes. Your shoes are your shoes. Your assignment is a divine one, and it is yours. And nobody can do what you're sent here to do. And all those things that you've gone through, or all those things that you will go through, equip you in a special way to encounter someone who has gone through or will go through something similar to what you've gone through. And that is your ministry. You don't need a pulpit.
You know, all these jewels that you're dropping, Miss Karen, on us on this good sunny afternoon, it reminds me, because I know you're deep in your word. It reminds me of what the seasoned woman have been called to do in Titus. You know, so it reminds me, you taking me to Titus, you taking me there. And so, and that is why you are needed, you know, your gift, you know, because I know oftentimes, you know, I connect with a lot of women, and, you know, and we talked about it before over the phone, how, you know, when you get a certain age, you may feel like your words are not necessary, or your gifts are not necessary, or, you know, everything, but you're necessary.
Yeah.
You're necessary. And so I want to say to you, you are necessary.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby girl. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm honored that you asked me to be a part of this. And I look forward to when God allows us to be in a space and we feel his energy and we're all together up in there. And that Holy Spirit is running rampant and running loose and healing, setting free the captive. I look forward to being in that room with you and all the other sisters that may be listening. Yes.
Likewise. What are 3 things that you want to leave with the seasoned woman, and then also the younger women today?
I would say
that we're living in.
I would say you have always and will always, and this goes for the seasoned and the younger, from inception, from conception in the Spirit of God, you were always more than enough. And you will always be more than enough. Your journey here is stepping into yourself, and then deeper into yourself, and then wider and higher into yourself. And in doing that, your individual, authentic self, that's where your strength lies. All of it, everything you need, you already have. But it's your learning to use it and step into it and move into it and trust that God, the God that hung the sun, the moon, the stars, flung every star that lights the night sky, you're trusting that he knew what the heck he was doing when he did it. Trusting him to know that he was on target when he created you a masterpiece. Ephesians 2:10, you are a masterpiece.
Yeah, on target. I like that.
Yeah. So we have to unlearn a lot of what we have been taught by the world, by Cosmopolitan magazine, by many of the commercials we see on TV, by even some of the things that our parents or other people say to us in anger. My daughters, my sisters, you are a masterpiece created with a specific purpose in mind, and you are a bad mammy jammy. But you just have to trust that God is who he says he is. and that you are who he says you are, and then just step into it, own it. Do you, be you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever the gift is he's given you, never be pompous or prideful over it. But your job is to continuously perfect it. I still take classes. I still take acting classes, but I take them with people who are on a real high level, because iron sharpens iron.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever birds you fly with and the height that they reach, that's the only place you'll reach. But you reach for the stars and shoot to fly with that flock that soars high. Trust and soar. Trust and soar.
So before we check and see if we have some questions for you, I often ask women, and I just want you to be able to share, do you have 2 to 3 women in your life? Who are those women who have been most impactful? So I know you shared earlier.
Miss Daisy Storytelling. My Aunt
Mhm.
Vine has passed away. She was 92. I patterned Miss Clara after her. She was
That's
on
why you
fire
are
for the
able to
Lord.
just walk in it.
Yeah, she was on fire for the Lord. My father was her younger brother, but he wasn't saved, and neither was my mother. But my aunt, she was like, yeah, I'm imparting my stuff into you. I'm laying it on to you. We always had this interesting connection. Even when I was a party girl out in the world, there was always this thing between her and I. And it's interesting, my parents had both passed away. But by the time I got War Room, the only one alive of all the siblings was my Aunt Vine. So she got to come to the premiere of the movie. She got to bask in all of that stuff.
Yeah,
Because she took the time and she planted that seed into me when I was 7 years old. Even though I walked away, she never stopped praying for me. And when I came back, girl.
So War Room for you in that moment with your aunt was like a full circle moment.
Oh, it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's what the Holy Spirit was laying all up in there, girl. Yes. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, we want to check and see if we have any questions. All right. You know, that's not the last time we're gonna talk.
No.
Yeah. So I thank you
You're
for
welcome.
sharing your gift and your time and your energy. You know, your energy is definitely magnetic.
Thank you, girl. Likewise.
All right. Well, you have a great rest of the day.
Okay, and listen to this. We're gonna have to put something together.
Yes.
I I got a couple different things going on, but this year I'm gonna be offering a Destiny Women's event. And it's based on the story of Esther from the Bible. You know, she had to step up and stand out. And
See what I'm talking about? You and these
she had
stories.
to save the Jewish people. But let us talk more in depth. And let us see what we can put together. Maybe I'll come out there and
or I'll come to you. How about that? Make sure you share. Make sure you share with us. How can we connect with you? How can someone?
My website is Karen at KarenAbercrombie.com. Karen, Karen at Karen, Karen Abercrombie, like the store, ABERCROMBIE.com.
Okay. All right. Well, we definitely gonna connect with you. And thank you for your time, and thank you for coming on Linking All Women.
You're welcome. And girl, you keep on doing what you're doing. We got a lot to talk about. My baby said, I'm canvassing, Miss Karen. You what? I'm canvassing. Girl, I'm not going to get all teary. It'll be a private conversation, but
Yeah.
especially in Wisconsin.
Yes. Yes. We turned the
The
state
time
blue.
is right
We
now.
turned it back blue.
Such a time as right now,
Yes.
girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of today.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
that's what I'm talking about.
big
Girl,
news.
I thought about you a million times today, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thank you. Thank you.
Right back to you, young queen. Because
Yes.
that is what you are. And you soar and you use those magnificent wings that you have. No matter what things look like, you use that magnificent pair of wings that you have. I see them. I see them. You just need to see them. I love you, girl.
Thank you. Love you, Miss Karen.
Right back to
I'll
you.
talk to you soon. Thank you,
You
Linkers,
will.
for tuning
You
in.
will. Continued blessings to all of you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You too, girl. God
Mhm.
bless. Bye-bye.